Kemi Omololu Lawyer, and this is IJ Kozer for the 25th of July 2019. Let me talk about Dotun of Cool FM, a media personality who's also giving out his views on the Koza investigation. There is nothing wrong with a media personality in giving their opinions, but a lot of these media personalities are using their platforms to continue to make this case more complicated. I am the only media personality investigating the case. No media house has touched this case. No media house has investigated this case. The Punch was on fire because of three people, two editors and a cartoonist, being fired for making fun at this case. The Vanguard was sued by Kiss Daniel for 100 million naira because he was quoted wrong. And then we have Stephanie Buseri of CNN Africa, okay, who's also under fire right now for saying that I was rambling on a few shows and I possibly didn't work for CNN for a span of 20 years, actually asking me to list where I work like she was my boss or my assignment editor. And she stopped tweeting after a lot of people at CNN and a lot of people who were at CNN, former employees, Fox News people, were all talking about it. It's the subject of Atlanta Press Club now, APC. Atlanta Press Club is a club that I was a member of while I was in Atlanta. A lot of CNN people are in the club. Everybody saw the tweet. I mean, many people didn't see it on my side. They saw it on her side. Like, what is she doing? CNN PR is still investigating, and I spoke to somebody finally over there, and it's important to know that CNN is, somebody wrote on that page, CNN is in the APC club, Atlanta Press Club. CNN is a very big company, and almost everybody that works there don't know each other because it's so huge. You know, CNN has a Los Angeles bureau, New York, Atlanta, and Washington. Unless you work with somebody in their department, you really don't know each other. And that's how it is. The producers are Larry King in LA, possibly don't know the producers at American Morning in New York or something. You know, so many old shows, so many new shows. So if somebody is not an on-air personality, it's very hard because Busari obviously thought I was an on-air personality. She had no idea that CNN has reporters, producers, editors, writers at CNN.com. We even had CNN writers at one time. That was just done between CNN employees. She has no idea of this stuff. She was 17, of course, when I entered there at 30. So what has happened here, she's also a sympathizer of Busola Dakolo. It's important to know that Stephanie Busari actually tried to put the story on an international level. Okay, but CNN rejected the story. They declined it because if that story is not handled properly, it's not a story the local media is carrying. Okay, if that story is not handled properly, the pastor can come after CNN. And remember, Pastor Biodefatu Imbu's lawyers, the team is a team of fierce lawyers. I can't even tell you who and who is in that team. It's just crazy. These are some of the best senior advocates of Nigeria here. And you know all of them, but they're all representing him in a team. So at the end of the day, what we have is everybody in the media outlets should refrain from actually going near this case if you're not ready to face the consequence of these lawyers. Okay? Dotu had a post on his Instagram page that said, Kosagbara bi Jesu, Kosagbara. He was doing a song, but he had Kosa in the words. Like Kosagbara, Kosagbara. I can't read and write Yoruba, but I can speak it very well. I'm illiterate when it comes to Yoruba. But Kosagbara, Kosagbara. So he turned it on to Kosagbara, Kosa. Kosa is an acronym for the Commonwealth of Zion Assemblies, and it's possibly a registered trademark. I don't know about that part. But if you're shading them, the last thing that church really needs right now is more innuendos, because that's what Timi Dakolo himself did. There were so many innuendos, and the press release of this pastor says that there were so many innuendos, and the only aim of this case is extortion. So we have that, and I wanted to tell Dotsu on my platform to stay out of it because they're watching. I got a comment from the Koza lawyers that's their side. It's very important because we don't know what they're doing with Punch. Punch may have fired Bisi Okolawa and all the others, but that pastor, that those lawyers may come after Punch. I don't know, but it's very important that somebody called Datu to order, especially Cool FM. You already have Freeze over there. All the controversy there, you don't need it now. With respect to that, Simi Gold, Adekunle Gold's wife, Simi Gold also had some information about Pastor Okonkwo. This whole hate for pastors is phenomenal. Simi is a musician, of course. Everybody has a freedom of speech, but don't mention any pastors you hate. Leave them alone. Don't get involved with Pastor Okonkwo hating and all this hating pastors things. I don't hate pastors. I report about pastors. Okay, I reported about Adeboye. I reported about the policeman case. I reported about the drug addicted the children in Redeemers University, and of course the tariff case. Stories that you didn't want me to touch because you can't. You're like you're like hater of pastors. No, I don't hate pastors. I once hated the Bible, but when I was in Port Harcourt prison, I met with the different churches that came in there. But one particular, you're forced to go to church, after a while. But one particular church that comes on Saturday, Seventh-day Adventist, they were the ones that had the lecture. We have a discussion group that we discuss the Bible, and the Seventh-day Adventists made me really believe in the Bible because of the prophets of old. I think that some things in the Bible never existed, but when I found out about the prophets of old, I decided that this Bible thing might be real, because 700 years from now, nobody would believe there was ever a Kemiolo lawyer, but there was. So you got to really look at history, and that's what we're missing in our schools in Nigeria. So that whole thing with hating pastors, no, I didn't hate pastors. I did not like the Bible. Hate is a strong word. I say I dislike the Bible, but there's still parts of the Bible I still dislike. Homosexuality, Sodom and Gomorrah, everybody's the same. There's no hate. The Pope tweeted that we shouldn't hate gay people, okay? They're just like us. They bleed the same blood. But at the end of the day, everybody has their opinion, right? So there is a air out there of hating pastors. And that air, you know, that air really is very tough, right now. But be careful, please, everybody, for legal reasons. Our mega pastors are actually under fire, and I think the country should do something about it, or the government. They're really under fire, especially the Pentecostal pastors. America did this stuff with the Catholic priests. You have to protect the people, but at the same time, you have to protect the pastors. Hi, Jacoza continues with the next episode soon.